I was like, Lizzylass, you're envious. Lizzylass. Where the ma? Hello people, you're welcome back to my channel. My name is Ovo Elizabeth, and if you are a new subscriber, hello, I'm so happy to have you here. If you are an old subscriber, I love you guys so much. You are my G, you know I will roll now. Alright, just before I get straight into seriousness at all, I want you guys to know that I've made this video like 3 times. This is the third time I'm making this video successfully. It's not like anything happened, it's just that I always find an issue, or something just happens, and then I just say I can't do this no more. But well, I'm doing this today. Shake it up, shake it up, shake it up, shake it up. Alright, so today we're going to be talking about envy, and I will be talking about what envy is, how it affects you, and how you can overcome it. And I'll be sharing my little story of how I was caught in that space. And it's not easy to share that story because there are a lot of persons watching this, and you can judge me all you like, but I don't care. Because why? Because I would be impacting people, and that is all I care about. So I would be telling people how I came out of that space. So most persons actually fall into that space, and they are always very scared to talk about someone about it, because they might talk to the wrong person, and that person might not even know what to do. They are scared because someone might tag them the bad guy or bad girl, and so many reasons why some persons do not really want to talk about their envy story or their envy experience, and some persons are not even willing to change. And if you are a victim of envy, if you have ever been there, I'm sure you know that it's not good. So envy means wishing you have someone else's possession, or a trait in someone's characteristics, or something someone is in possession of, you have exactly that same thing. It is also the feeling of wanting what someone else has. So possession, abilities, name it, what have you. You just wish you are in possession of that very thing. And I feel like you cannot be envious of something that you do not truly desire. So of course it's because you desire it, that's why you are envious of it. And I feel like where envy creeps in is when that desire is being blocked by fear, insecurities, comparison, disabilities, and then that is when envy creeps in. So it is totally normal that you like what someone else has, and you want to have that. But when you are unable to get it, when it is being blocked by several factors, like I mentioned, fear, comparison, insecurities, and so many other factors that I cannot mention now, I feel like that's when envy starts creeping in, because you're unable to get it. You're unable to reach out that, oh, I love this thing and I want to get it. So that is basically what envy is all about. Before I get straight into talking, I would just like to, because I would like today's episode to be based on my own experience, how I overcome envy, and how it affected me. Yeah, so I would like to give my little story. So there was a time in my life, I think 2020, during the pandemic, I was idle. But that's not enough reason, guys, trust me, that's not enough reason. Anyways, 2020, there was an acquaintance of mine. Yeah, that's the right way to start the story. So there was this acquaintance of mine that was doing really well on social media. She was doing so well for herself. She started a business, and it was booming. It was booming so well, and this girl was always posting about her sales, how this one happened, how that one happened, how this one, and social media will just make us believe that we know everything that is going on in somebody's life. And so this girl was really doing well for herself, young and smashing goals, my guys. And at first it was not a big deal to me. I mean, even my friends, I was always happy for them when they are doing well, and also why should an acquaintance won't be a big deal to me? But I guess, like they said, an idle mind is the devil's workshop. The devil really wanted to make me the workshop, but God said no. Anyway, so this was how it happened. One day I was just scrolling through my WhatsApp status, and I just saw a post, and I just felt this feeling of, what's even wrong with this girl? Well, I thought that this girl was bragging, and I thought that, what if she was lying about it and everything she was posting? What if it was all lies? But what was my business if it was all lies? It's none of my business. I mean, if it was lies, then good for her. If it wasn't lies, then perfect for her. But well, I was thinking that I caught myself thinking that maybe this girl is even lying. I caught myself thinking that maybe this girl is even lying. And as time went by, it's now upgraded from maybe this girl is lying. It wasn't even this girl's problem. So anytime I saw a post, I was always having this feeling of, I don't know how to explain it, but I definitely knew it was envy. So I was always having this feeling of sadness mixed with anger. Honestly, I cannot explain it, because that was actually the first time I was feeling that way, and it did not settle down well with me. It wasn't a good feeling, trust me. It felt like sin. It felt like something bad. It felt like anytime I catch myself doing it, I felt bad, like, God, what am I doing? But I could not control it, and this feeling got a hold of me, and I got to a point where I got to realize that I was actually being envious of this girl. And I was like, Lizzylass, you are envious. Lizzylass, where the ma? So bottom line, I don't want to really bore you guys with the story, but I got envious of this girl. Every time I saw her post, I would be like, should I check? Should I not check? I don't even want to check what's going on. Who cares? Who cares if she's making it? I will not TikTok. I will not go and check. I will open it. I will check. Then after I finish checking, I will be filled with so much. I don't know how to explain, but it's not a nice feeling. Is it anger? Is it bitterness? It wasn't just a nice feeling. So I knew there was a problem somewhere. Yeah, I knew there was a problem I had to address like as soon as possible. So I think coming to a conclusion that yes, I am envious of this person is actually the first step to overcome envy. So envy makes you unhappy. Like, you no go get joy. You will not have joy. In as much as you are seeing that person doing well, in as much as you are seeing what it is that you covet in that person and you cannot have access to, you just begin to feel unhappy for no reason. And happiness in itself is like everything you need in this life. Like, you need to be happy. You need to be happy to be able to function well. And once your happiness is gone, my dear brothers and my sisters, nothing there for you. Another way which envy can affect you is it prevents you from appreciating the good thing you have within yourself. You would not see anything good within yourself, and that will even make you unhappy in itself. Can you see how linked these things are? So that's another way it affects you. You would not see the good and you would not appreciate the good in yourself. Another way in which envy can affect is that it causes resentment and it kills relationship. Okay, so if I'm envious of someone, there's nothing that person will do that will make me happy. So it kills the relationship I have with the person. So guess what, guys? After I had overcome the envy, let me tell you what happened. There was something this girl posted one of these days, and I took interest in that thing, and I asked her, hey, how did you do this thing? And she told me, imagine I was not seeing that envy towards her. Trust me, I wouldn't, the pride in me, I wouldn't even be able to ask her that. I wouldn't be able to reach out to her. I would just still be here saying, what is even this girl's problem? How is she even making this money? How is she younger, making it, blah blah blah, and all those form of blah blah blah. So yeah, it kills relationship that can bring you so many good things in the future. It kills that instant, and it causes resentment. Right, so I'll be going straight into the things you can do to overcome envy, that feeling of envy. And like I mentioned earlier on, one thing you want to do is you want to come to the realization that you are envious of that person. You want to admit that you are envious of that person. Okay, so that was the first thing I did. Without that, you cannot help yourself. If you are still in denial that no, it's that person that is doing too much, or more, you will grow there and you would not even get a hold of yourself. So another thing I did was, after I discovered, I had to pray about it. Like, God, I had to talk to God about it. Like, God, see the way I'm feeling. I am not happy with the way I'm feeling. I do not like it. God, I'm envious of this person, and this is not a good feeling. I wasn't saying it's not a good feeling because people used to say it's not a good feeling, but because I wasn't feeling good. I wasn't feeling good about it. So I had to talk to God about it. Like, God, it don't choke like this. So I don't know how I got this, but this is the way I'm feeling exactly. And from there, I got what to do. So while I prayed about it, like, I was always telling God, I don't like this feeling. I got inspired to actually start praying for this girl. So I'm like, how can I be praying for somebody that I'm envious of? I mean, she's faking it, she's lying, how is she making it, and stuff like that. But what actually got inspired to do first, the very first thing I got inspired to do was to start praying for this girl. So yeah, I kicked into action. It wasn't easy to admit, but yes, I did it. I actually did it because I wanted to get out of it. So I started praying for this girl, and it's not like I'll just go on my knees and start praying, playing for her. what I did was, every time I opened that post and I saw status, instead of me to start thinking, how is this girl making it, how is this done, how is that, I would just start confessing positive. And trust me, it wasn't easy. I would just start confessing positive. Oh, your business will do well, this, that. I would just say good things till like get out of a post. I would confess positive into our business, and that business, it must bloom. In my very presence, it must bloom. And so those were the things I was doing. And as time went on, even when I was having my personal like morning devotion, and then would just cross my mind, like, okay, pray for this girl. And I'm sure that that was the Holy Spirit helping me, actually, because I asked for help. So and then would just cross my mind, pray for this girl, and I would start praying. It was not like I was really I had many other things to pray about, but it wasn't like I was thinking about it while praying, doing my morning devotion or anything. I had other things to think about, I had other things to pray about, but her name would just cross my mind sometimes, not every time. Her name would just cross my mind sometimes, and I would pray for her. I'll pray for her, I'll pray for our business, and I'll pray for myself also, that God helps me to get over this quickly. And guess what, guys? I noticed that I was actually getting over it. I was actually getting over it, like legit. But it did not happen like mad. Another thing I got inspired to do was start commending our works. So after the whole prayer, this thing was still going on, the whole speaking positive into our life was still going on. And so I got inspired to start commending our works. And so for every time I saw something that was good and I liked, and my brain told me that, okay, wow, this is so nice, I would just type it immediately. So I did not let the commendation die in my brain. I did not leave it at that. I would scroll and swipe up. I would swipe up and I would actually type it out. Wow, this is so nice, I really love this. Oh wow, you are doing a great job. Occasionally I would just message her and tell her, wow, I really think you are doing a great job here. Instead of me thinking about it and letting my desire for having such a good attribute be blocked by fear or insecurities or whatever it was, I would actually type it out, like, you are really doing well. I just said so many things that was in my head that I refused to tell the person that was making it. I made mention of it to her. I commended all our works worthy of commendation. And this tip I just gave now really worked for me. There was one time I saw something really nice in her status, and I told her, how did you make this? And she was even able to share with me. And trust me, that knowledge I gained that day still helps me to date. Now imagine I was still keeping the whole this thing, and I'm sure last me I was still keeping to that, I've even bloomed like into something really big and dangerous. Anyway, so that was another thing I did. I kept commending her good works intentionally. Another thing I did was I got busy. So that time I was actually quite less busy, but I don't think that's where it's paused for each and every person. But one thing I think you want to do is look for that thing that is good in yourself and work on it. So everybody has this good thing that they can do, and that I believe strongly. So you want to get busy, you want to sit down and think of what you can do, that good you have in you. Look for it, bring it out, and capitalize on it. Be productive, that's the word. So you can get busy and not be productive. Be productive, be proud of yourself. Do something that you would look back at and say, wow, I actually did it and I'm really proud of myself. Get productive, help people out. And if it's money you want to make, do something that will earn you money, and stop playing around. Lying around and scrolling about on lazing around on social media can actually cause a whole lot of damage to us that we don't even know. So you want to get busy with yourself, you want to do something that would make you productive and make you even feel proud of yourself, and that way increasing your self-confidence. Like I said, be willing to receive the help you have asked for, because that is the number one thing you want to do. So if you are just asking for the help and you are getting help, but you are not implementing it, you would not get results. Trust me. It is not enough that you are praying. Is it actually coming from your heart? Are you even being intentional about the prayer? So those are the things you should actually put into consideration. So it is best that you tame it once you start having that feeling. Tame it immediately. And for those persons that you have been you are deep into the envy, like you've been envious of someone for the past 10 years, trust me, it might only take time. And I don't even know, mine did not really take time, because immediately I noticed it, I actually had to attack it immediately, because I didn't want to be in that space. No. Anyway, so even if your own has lasted 10 years or 15 years or it's just 1 year or it's just 1 week, please, you want to really apply these tips, and you can also get inspiration from God. Maybe we give you something else to do, but I am so sure that these tips I've given you would help and will go a very long way. All right, so I think I've come to the end of this video. I'm really trying to make it as short as possible. I actually wrote an article on overcoming jealousy, and I think it is more detailed. The article is more detailed, so I'll be leaving the link in the description box below. You can go check it out. All right, so till I see you in my next video, please, if you love me, subscribe to my channel, like, comment. If you know that you have tips on how to overcome envy, you can drop it in the comment section below. You know, we are helping each other. All right guys, so till I see you in my next video, click on the subscribe button. God bless you. I love you. Bye bye.